Mbukeli wethu omhle othandekayo ngoku ke singena kwi-yure yesibini yenkqubo siqotsile ngathi ufunge ke lithi jonga siyaleqwa kanti ke akunjalo sithi abaleqeqesha ukuze liphele nokufika kwethu entanjeni xa ke sikrobisa kumanqaku eyure yangaphambili kaloku mbukeli siya sancokola okanye sathetha naye umnumzana Musi Mayimane malunga nokuchitha kwesicelo sabagqatswa abazimeleyo abazawungenelela unyulo lonyaka ozayo kwaye ke sachaphazela ke nenqaku elithi ANC ithi makuthotywa amaphaphu ithethe oku ke emva kokuba kubonakale isigadle sithutha impahla kwikomkhulu leliqela eLuthuli House. Ivumba wethu mbukeli usaphuphuma njimlo kaloku ukholosa kalubisi unonkanyezi inkanyezi enomsantsa phakathi kwezinye njeba naye umamtshali.
Mbukeli ke sesiqala ihora lesibili ke manje kule ngqayizivele yohlelo Ekhaya Jikelele njengoba ke sesishilo nokholosa ukuthi eholeni lethu yokuqala sikhulume nomholi webosa uMusi Mayimane kanti ke siphinde futhi sakhuluma ngentathathela isimkantshubomvu lapha SABC usamkele wakwamaseko. Ihe wembukeli khona ke oke wabuza wathi ke hey Nkosi yami akekho nje umfundisi powerful ongakwazi ukuthi akhipha ama-layby ngomthandazo. Ngoba la sekulate uDisemba seshayile inyuku yokukhipha impahla uyilayby ngoJuni ayiseko. Hayi ke omunye ke wathi ke hayi abelungu bayakwazi ukuncoma. Uyabona uma bekubona ugqoke kahle ugqoka isudu enhle bazothi nje nice suit nice suit. Kuthiwa hayi abantu abamnyama bazothi hey senaba befundisini we maseko.
Umona kodwa
uyamazi ujealous
ikofi yazi lapho nje amacephe yogadi zawuziva inhliziyo ikhuleka. Ngikuncoma yini bethuna
njengamanje ke mbukeli njengoba sesiqala ke ihora lesibili ake sibheke ehamba phambili. Inkantolo enkulu kunazo zonke kulelizwe inquma ukuthi ke labo abazongenela ukhetho ngokuyimela kuzodingeka ukuthi ke bahlinzeke ngohlu lwamagama abantu abasayinile abayinkulungwane.
And here's the beautiful ball by
kwezemidlalo iBanyana Banyana iza kuba inxalenye yamaqela azakudlala kwindebe yeAfrika emva kokubetha eBurkina Faso phezolo.
Sanibonani umpumi lonke sinje niqhubekani nibukele Ekhaya Jikelele nisitholele isport, entertainment kanye necurrent affairs. Mina nawe sophumelela. Noma ngabe sebemelene nathi thando lwethu lomelele noma kungaphelo kwalomhlaba Ekhaya Jikelele ncwa.
Inhlangano MLA abazongenela ukhetho ngokuzimela ithi yasemukela isinqumo senkantolo ephakeme esichithe isicelo sayo ebesifake ngokubambisana neBuild 1 SA. Lezi inhlangano ezimbili zanikele enkantolo yomthethosisekelo eqaleni konyaka zifuna inkantolo ihlonze ukuthi isichibiyelo somthetho wezokhetho asihambisani nomthethosisekelo. Besikhala ngokuthi lo mthetho ucindezela abagaqele ukungenela ukhetho ngokuzimela ngelithi wenza kube ngumqansi ukuthi bathole izihlalo eParliament uma qhathaniswa namaqembu ezombusazwe. Kusenjalo abazongenela ukhetho ngokuzimela sebezodinga nje kuphela ukuba bahlinzeke ngohlu lwabantu abayinkulungwane abacikice ukweseka ukuthi ozongenela ukhetho ngokuzimela anikwe igunya ngokusemthethweni.
Ujongisisa indaba enkulu kuba xa sesiqale lo mcimbi sasiqale ngo-2020 saya phaa i-Constitutional Court yaphinda yathi lo mthetho mawubuyele eParliament uParliament ibhala umthetho olungileyo. Idebate yayizolo ibingoba ezo zinto i-vote zawudividwa over 350 seats okanye 200. Into efuneka siyijonge uba masibulele uba ngoku abantu bazawukhona ukhetha umuntu obamaziyo ohlala nabo kwiprovince yabo uba sawuthi sawugqiba ngenye imini kuzenzakala uba laa nto yenzakala uba xa sesingene phaa eParliament siguqule lo mthetho kuzenzakala uba abantu bayazi ngenye imini uba umntu xa engasebenzi bakhona umkhupha esitulweni ngoba xa sithi amandla funeka abe ngawethu funeka siwabuyisele ezandleni zabantu. Indaba enye enkulu kuba yilo mcimbi wezi-signature ezidingekayo uba umuntu angamela unyulo. Sivuyile kuba kuthiwe kathi hayi ngeke zifave i-political party ebeziphaa eParliament uba zona zidinga ii-signature zongena kunyulo kodwa nabo ne-independent neeparty ezintsha zawudinga nje only 1,000 signatures. So into esiyivuyele phayizolo kuyabonisa uba idemocracy yethu iyaqhubeka iyaphambili. Umsebenzi ufuneka siuyenze kaloku suqhubekekise ngoba lo mthetho obhaliwe nangoku awuzusebenza ngendlela epheleleyo uba umuntu xenza urhwaphilizo noba ngasebenzele abantu pha eParliament bakhona umkhupha kodwa ngenye imini sawufika sawuphinde siye pha eParliament njengebosa njenge-political party sibize bonke abantu abasebenzayo basiye eParliament siyoguqula lo mthetho.
Njalo amaqembu ezombusazwe eParliament asephawulile ngesinqumo senkantolo yomthethosisekelo.
The DA welcomes the fact that the Constitutional Court this morning provided the legal clarity needed by the IEC in order for it to finalise its preparations to hold the elections as early as May next year. And we hope to hear soon from the IEC when the next registration weekend will be and from the President when the election will be.
The Freedom Front Plus welcomes the decision of the Constitutional Court on the application of the Independent Candidates Association, where they've challenged the constitutionality of the amended Electoral Act. The Constitutional Court rejected the application, and that brings certainty not only to the people of South Africa, but also to the Electoral Commission in their planning of the process to the election date.
Our democratic process is the only way citizens can get the government that they want and to direct the way our government leads us into the future. And to determine the future, you must register and you must vote. Parties and independents will present their cases, their visions, their plans for our country's future to voters, and we look forward to presenting our vision and our plan for a just and fair future for South Africans.
Umanajala wefama yaseLimpopo uMark Scott Crossley uqalise ukutsala isigwebo sakhe. Inkundla kaMantyi yaseNaphuno ngaphandle kwaseTzaneen inika isigwebo seminyaka esibhozo entolongweni phezolo. Crossley uzakuhlala ngaphaya kwezitixo iminyaka esibhozo ngamatyalo okuzama ukubulala. Kwetyelwe ukusebenzisa isithuthi sakhe ukugila umsebenzi wasefama uSilence Mapunda nokonakalisa ifowuni yakhe. Esi sehlo senzeke eWoodspruit ngonyaka ka-2016. Inkundla ithi uScott Crossley akazange abonakalisa ukuzisola ngexesha lokuchotshelwa kwetyala.
Icala lokushushiswa kongasese kukaMengameli wakuleli uCyril Ramaphosa eshushiswa kulona ngowayenguMengameli uJacob Zuma lihlehliselwe umhla ziyi-19 kuMbasa ngonyaka ozayo.
Inkantolo icala lokwabe engumengameli wezwe uJacob Zuma njengoba ifuna ukushushisa ngasese umengameli wezwe uCyril Ramaphosa. UZuma usola uRamaphosa ngokungathathi izinyathelo ngesikhathi embikela ngokwenzeka njengoba esola umshushisi wombuso uBilly Downer ngokubhutshuzela intatheli uKaren Mon ulwazi oluyimfihlo. Ummeli kaZuma ke uadvocate Dalimpofu ucele inkantolo ukuthi leli cala lihlehliselwe unyaka ozayo.
We propose, my lord, that the postponement be to the 11th of April 2024, another longish postponement. By that time, there'll be hopefully better indication from the SAA. I might mention in passing, my lord, that there is, as your lordship might also know from the public domain, there's a related matter in KZN. And we're going to be trying to consolidate those at the SAA level. That other one was served on time. There was no problem of coordination. There were just hiccups on this one.
Umpofu ke uphinde wadalula ukuthi icala lenkohlakalo nokukhwabanisa elibhekene noZuma lizobuyela enkantolo ephakeme yaseMgungundlovu mhla ziyisishagalolunye kuMbasa wangonyaka ozayo.
Ziyakhula izimemelelo zokuba ilizwe liphela lingayibethisi ngoyaba imfazwe equbayo eMbindi Impuma kwingqongqothela yehlabathi yesihlanu yomnyango nePalestine eGauteng. Le ndibano ibinqamene nesikhumbuzo seminyaka elishumi yokusweleka kwayisakuba ngumongameli uNelson Mandela. Imikhosi yamaSirayeli yaqhubeka nokuqhushumbisa iGaza. Ngaphambi kokuba uphume mbukeli uye kwindawo ngendawo uqiniseke into yokubana uxhobisekile ngokuqhubekayo kwisimo sezulu. Ewe kaloku kuDisemba mayibe yiloo nto rhabula ungafinci. Kanti ke iChitas izakuqobisana neqela lase-Italy iZebra kumdlalo wayo wokuqala kwisizini ye-European Challenge Cup eParma.
We train well, we know what we want to do, and we focus on how to play well in a wet weather game. Our strengths over the past year or so is our defence, our kicking game, and our forward pack that dominates at scrum and line-out time, and we've got a very good maul. So if it rains, that will suit us as well.
I think it's been pretty clear what they want to do. They've improved quite a lot, especially their forwards. We see that as something that we want to take on because they work a lot with their forward pack. So scrums, mauls is going to be a battle up front for us.
Kanti ke sithi wuntshe kwiBanyana Banyana njengoko kaloku iphumelele umdlali wayo neBurkina Faso kumjikelo wokugqibela wemidlalo wokuhlungela indawo yayo kwiCAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations eMorocco kulo nyaka uzayo. Lo mdlalo ke ibingumdlalo wokuthi indlela ntle kowayesakuba nguCaptain uJanine van Wyk.
Lona bekumdlalo weBanyana okudlula yonke kulonyaka elakuleli belidinga ukunqoba ukuze lizibekele indawo kuAfcon yabesifazane ngonyaka ozayo. Lamaqembu amabili adlala ngokulingana eIvory Coast emidlalweni nomlenze wokuqala. Lona bekumdlalo wokugcina kaKapteni uJanine van Wyk. uVan Wyk uqale lo mdlalo futhi bekunguye ohola lelicembu. Unozidi weBanyana uKelin Swart oqale lo mdlalo ngaphambi kwaAndile Dlamini uvimba ithuba ngomzuzu wama-24 umdlalo uqalile. Iindaba Ekhaya naye uthola ithuba ngaphambi kwekhefu kodwa wahluleka ukulivalela phakathi. Lo mdlalo uye ekhefini ngaphandle kwamagoli. Iqembu lasekhaya lithola ipenalty ngemuva kwekhefu nevalelwe phakathi umgadli uLinda Muhlahalo ukubeka iBanyana phambili. uNico Michael uqinisekisa ukuthi iBanyana iyanqoba eshaya igoli lakhe lokuqala eqenjini lesizwe.
iBanyana Banyana ke ikwazile ungena kwitumente yeCAF WAFCON ka-2024 kulandela ke ukuphumelela kwayo ngamabini betha ke eBurkina Faso eLucas Muripe Stadium. Iqela ke likaDesiree Ellis lizifumanele itikiti lokuya pha eMorocco kulo nyaka uzayo. Bebetha ke elilizwe laseNtshona Afrika ngama-3-1 xa ke kudityaniswa yomibini milenze. Ukuthetha banzi ke ngempumelelo yeBanyana Banyana ngoku ke sizawuqhagamshelana nentatheli yezemidlalo Litabo Khanyago with Diski Times. Hello Litabo, masikubulise sikwamkele enkqubeni.
Good morning Kholosa, and mandibulise also to your viewers as well. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you for joining us, Litabo. Jonga uJanine van Wyk ubeke phansi ngokusesikweni emsebenzini wakhe wasebaleni. Njengoyena mdlali udlale imidlalo emininzi apha eAfrika xa sijonga kaloku emadodeni nakwabasetyhini. Ungaphawula uthini ngomsebenzi wakhe kwiBanyana Banyana?
Firstly, congratulations to Janine. I think she has had like a really wonderful career spanning 18 years. Hardly do we get to see women actually get to retire, especially in South Africa. I mean, like women have, their careers don't last as long because of everything else, the politics and how the setups is, you know, in terms of women's football. But congratulations to Janine van Wyk. She's had a wonderful career, and what she's done for Banyana Banyana and her contribution, you know, to women's football in South Africa. You look at the legacy that she's leaving right now. She's leaving having played 185 matches, the highest kept African player on the continent, both for men and women. You look at the kind of tournaments she's been at as well. She's been to 2 Olympics, she's been to the World Cup, she's won an Africa Cup of Nations. She lives now having co-founded JVWFC, which is now in the Hollywood Bet Super League. That also has under 19 divisions, under 15 divisions, and development leagues. So, and also even her UEFA B license, coaching license, let's not forget that. She's done so much. She's had an incredible career. And I don't even know what to say to somebody like that who's been the face of South African women's football, you know, or even to a certain extent, when you say African women's football, definitely you'll find Janine's face there. So congratulations to her. She's had an incredible career, and I'm glad that she got to be granted her dream, because she's never been shy about it, that she wanted to be the highest capped player. So for her to have her dream come true like this also, and coming true in a very important match where South Africa is qualifying, it's not even just a friendly, it's a qualifier for a major tournament as well. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations to her. And I mean, in a statement that she released last month, I mean, she did say, it has been my greatest honor and privilege to play this beautiful game, in particular playing for my country. Kamazi wakhe akho Janine. And I mean, ngephawuleka into yokubana uJermaine siyopaniswe ongahambanga neqela kwiveki ephelileyo uye wafakwa kubadlali abaqale umdlalo wemlenze wesibini. Ungathi mhlawumbe ubukho bakhe benze did it add any solid contribution in yesterday's match?
Janine is always a solid player. I mean, even in the Olympic qualifiers, you know, she didn't play in the away league in the DR Congo, and then she played here at home. She's always a solid player. She's one of those players. She's been one of the central keys. I mean, throughout the entire, at the World Cup also, you check her performances, you know, how she did. You check out how she did at the AFCON as well last year as well. Janine is one of those integral parts of the team. But then also you can also see it that in her absence, yes, you can see when she's not there, because you know how she combines with Tembi, and you know the front three with Tembi, with Hilda, you know what I mean? But when she's not there, we have seen somebody like Nicole Michael rising up to the occasion when she's been given the opportunity. But Jermaine, someone who plays in Mexico, someone who played at Braga, she's always been an integral part of that team. So I wouldn't say that her absence made such a huge difference when they went away. I think the away match, which none of us were able to watch except for the highlights on social media from Banyana Banyana, is that the conditions were hot for everybody. In as much as Banyana took the lead and then Burkina Faso then equalized, the conditions were hot. When you do the interviews and you talk to the coach and you talk to the players, you know, everybody tells you that we had a solid plan. You saw the lineup and everything. It was just the conditions were different. And you can see that even Burkina Faso had prepared adequately. Even yesterday, I mean, definitely at some point, Banyana kicked into gear to play like the African champions that they are, you know, to just obliterate and just, you know, grab the spot, so to say, and then just qualify. So her presence is always going to be an important factor in the team.
Yeah, and I mean, and speaking of Nicole, I have to agree with you on that one, because she really stepped up yesterday. Also, singamlibali ulinda naye kwakhona, because I mean, amagolu abo from yesterday bawenze into yokubana baqualify for the WAFCON 2024 pha eMorocco, kwaye baqinisekise ukuba bazokuba nethuba lokukhusela itayitile pha eMorocco. I mean, what would you say? I mean, what is your overall rate on yesterday's game, and especially looking at their qualification?
No, like essentially yesterday was a World Cup qualifier, you know, never mind trying to defend the title, because you don't go to Morocco 2024, you don't get to actually try to, you know, qualify for 2027 World Cup. So yesterday was a big occasion, and I would say that Banyana are one of those teams that know the weight of an occasion. Do you understand? And also considering the kind of busy year that they've had, if you consider the Turkish Cup, like the preparation for the World Cup, you consider everything else, and it's been, I feel it's been a mental year for the national team as well. You consider how they went to the World Cup, everything that happened on the 2nd of July, coming back, going to America, COSAFA Cup, then the Olympic qualifiers, and then now the WAFCON qualifiers. It's been quite a year. And, you know, you can imagine for a young girl like Nicole, who is 22 years old, and she plays so well for TX Galaxy. She got her debut, she was with the COSAFA Cup, you know, with Banyana at the COSAFA Cup. They did well, even though Banyana could not get out of the group, but they did well. I was at that tournament. They did well that up until the last matches of the groups, Banyana was still in it. She's one of the players that were from that tournament. And then when she got a chance in the Olympic qualifiers, I mean, what's the word? Her combination with Tembi is also one of the most exciting as well. You know, when she plays with Jermaine as well up front, very exciting. Colossa as well with Colossa Banyana. I mean, like if you remember the goals from the qualifiers, it was Colossa starts a move, gets to Nicole, and then it gets to a finisher. So for her to have gotten the goal yesterday, I think like extremely well done to the young lady. The future looks bright for South Africa. Like she can only get better. Someone who contributed to the goals that kept us into progressing into the next round for the Olympic qualifiers, getting into the WAFCON qualifiers and scoring a goal, coming off the bench as well. Even with the Olympic qualifiers, she came off the bench to contribute goals. So this time around, she came off the bench, she gets a goal, and she gets goals. She has over 26 goals, I think, now, in the Hollywood Bet Super League, even though Jikelele still has to play one last match. So I think the future looks awesome. I couldn't be happier for her.
Wow, well done to the ladies. Oh, Colossa, they did amazingly well. Ngenene, they are living a proof that possibilities are endless. And xas jonga kumdlalo waphezolo, one of the players that was absent nguye uRifilwe, captain uRifilwe Jane. Kodwa ke iBanyana Banyana nakubeni ebengekho ikwazile into yokubana iphumelele. And I mean, you know what they say about building a strong team and building a great depth? That is quite an investment. I mean, what does it mean, Rifilwe being absent, yet team yakwazi into yobana iphumelele? What does this say about depth yale team?
I think the coach has spoken about, you know, making the pool bigger in terms of his selection and everything. But then also, Rifilwe was not just absent yesterday. She's been absent since the World Cup, and so has Bambanani Bani. So there's been a lot of matches that Banyana Banyana have played. They finished the World Cup campaign without her. Let's remember that. Then they came back home to go play they went to America without her. So yesterday's game, I don't think that it should have been a shock to anybody to not see her. Obviously, she's still in rehabilitation, but it's a good thing to see that without, you know, our tried and trusted, for a lack of a better word, our captain, who is absolutely fantastic, who is great quality. Without her, we can see that there's this functionality in the team. But then also, Banyana Banyana, like I said earlier, they are a team that knows the weight of an occasion. Just remember when we didn't have Tembi Kgatlana to finish off the WAFCON last year. Everybody was worried when she got that injury to say, are we gonna? And we did. We didn't just gonna. We went so far ahead to win a gold medal, go to a World Cup, where we did extremely well to get to the second round. So I feel that in as much as definitely the team needs somebody like Fifi, the team needs somebody like Juice as well. The coach has been, I mean, you can even look like at the back four as well. Like even as somebody like Nkumatlo, who has not been much part of the team since after the World Cup because of her visa issues. The girls that have been called up have all raised their hands to say, I also want this. And that, I feel like that's good competition. We can't just rely on Letabo, for example, and say Letabo is our person in this position to do this. And then in her absence, if a Colossa has been given an opportunity, Colossa can raise her hand and give Letabo that competition. That would hurt us. I feel like if really we didn't have a little bit of depth in the team, we wouldn't have qualified for the WAFCON.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, that all creates the healthy competition. It's not a story. Bayaya kwitumente njengentshatsheli ezikhuselayo. Okuke kuthetha ukuba bazokuba phansi koxinzelelo. I mean, now that they are going to the tournament, they will be under immense pressure. Yintoni mhlambe ongathi kufuneka yenziwe eliqela in terms of preparation, because it's no child's play. It's like now the real work begins now. What is it that they need to do to make sure that they prepare for the tournament?
I think number one, the team needs rest. It's been a long year. It's been a mentally taxing year if you consider everything. Number one, I hope that they go on holiday, they get to recuperate, spend some time with their families, spend some time with their friends away from football so that they can come back fresh. And, you know, so I feel that a key obviously will be to get as many preparatory friendlies as possible, because this time around, obviously the WAFCON, whenever you go in there, it's a big occasion. It's a World Cup qualifier. never mind just defending our title. Going to the WAFCON, we know the last 4 gets to go to the World Cup. So it's even bigger than just, trying to win it and defend it. It would be great, absolutely, but there's a bigger vision. So I feel that definitely, number one, the team must get rest right now. When the year starts, definitely let's get more, solid, competition. Obviously, in February, the Olympic qualifiers continue, round 3 continue. That will be a nice preparation for that, and then, more preparation, better preparation, quality opposition, and then let's get back all our girls back on the field. Those that are recovering, hopefully we'll have Refile Jane, Bambanani Mbani, and no new injuries as well, for next year.
Nam ndiyanqinela nawe xa uthi mabareste, because self-care is very important, considering that ibingunyaka nyani ebenzima bephumelela, so they definitely need rest. Hopefully bazathi xa sebebuya bengena pha kwitumente bazobe be-rejuvenated, beziva besemandleni. Xa siyiqwela Lithabo, ungaba mhlawumbe angakanani amathuba abo okukhusela intshinga kunyaka ozayo? What are the chances obana mhlawumbe bakhusele the title next year?
I'm South African, so obviously I'm biased towards Banyana Banyana. I totally believe in that team, that they can defend their title, but obviously it's not going to be a walk in the park. You saw how they won it last year as well. It was a tough competition. I think they were not even like big score margins and everything against certain teams where people thought South Africa would stroll over. It was difficult. So and everybody across the continent is getting better. We are not the only team that's getting better, that's getting things right, that's getting leagues and everything. So I think importantly, it would be, we can do that. We can defend the title. I believe that. Never mind my biasness because I'm South African, but I believe that we have a good squad, and it's been built over time, that has got experience. The girls who play abroad as well, we have seen how important that it has been to have their international experience when they come back home, to have Mamelodi Sundowns experience when they go to the Champions League as well. We have seen how important that has been, and also for the Hollywoodbet Super League, its contribution as well, because it's been adding competition locally as well. So I do believe that Banyana has a good team that can go and compete, but it will take some doing, it will take some work.
Oh yes, they have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that they are the winners. Nathi si Ekhaya Jikelele sivulisana nabo siyatsho into yokubana their hard work has truly paid off. Thank you so much for joining us, Lithabo. Siyathemba into yokubana uzoba nosuku olumnandi. Enkosi kakhulu.
Thank you for having me.
Right, mbukeli Ekhaya Jikelele lo ke besithetha naye ibingulithabo Rhanyago, intatheli ke yezemidlalo ethatha nathi ke ngokuzibekela indawo kweBanyana Banyana kwi-WAFCON yonyaka ozayo. Sithi untshu kubo, nathi si Ekhaya Jikelele sithe kanje siyaqonda into yobana bazawubuya nayo. Right, Mamtshali?
Yes, nakanjani. Mbukeli okwamanje sajike equngu ngapha ngaseyitolo, kanti mangabe sibuya hayi sizobe sixoxa nje sikuphathele uqweqwe lomlingisi olapha ya kwiskimi sami. Ufuna ukuphuthelwa ke mbukeli, hlala nje kanjalo nesazeke kusekhaya Jikelele. Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli wekhaya Jikelele. Sibonge kakhulu ngokuthi usahlanganyele kanye nathi. Uyazi ukuthi mina ngumlomo ongathethi manga, angithembisi into engayilethi. Konke ngikushoyo kusuke kuyiqiniso mbukeli, ngithembe. Umlingisi ke ongaconsi phansi kwabaningi uMax Papo usezakheleke ugazi njengomlingisi ophinde abhale imidlalo yeshashalazi. Kanti ke kumanje lapho edlula khona mbukeli ulandela zihlwele ngenxa yokuxokama komsebenzi wakhe ngesikhathi elingisa indawo kaMaruthi Maphuthuma emidlalweni ke owuchungechunge lapha ya ku SABC 1 ischeme sami. Akuphelele lapho ke mbukeli uke wadlalisa lo gageni phela nangesikhathi eyingxenye ke yemidlalo eyaba nesasasa kuleli okubalwa kuyo othi Isibaya, The Throne kanye neRhythm City. Ngoba ke kulolu hlelo asilale endleleni sivele sammema ukuthi ke abe nathi la bukhoma endleni zokusakaza uMax Papo ukuze phela azosithatha asibeke ngohambo lwakhe kweyikaqedi isizungu. Max, siyakubingelela sikwamukele la ekhaya Jikelele siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi ube nathi
Ndiyabulela. Thank you for having me here.
Yes.
Hey, it's been a while. It's been a minute. I've
Yeah.
been away, come on, but now here I am on this platform and I get a chance ukuthi ndithethe isiXhosa.
Yes, phela kusekhaya manje na uhlala unethezeke ukuthi relax, chill back. Yonke into i-right wethu. Yes. So before siqala ingxoxo yethu ngizoqala nje ukuthi udirector akasifakele iclip. Umbukele ake sibheke nje iclip encane nje umfanekiso omncane ukuze sobone ukuthi yini leze ngayo namhlanje.
What the? Machila! Machila! Stop now! Stop it, man! The clock on the dial. Marie! You never done to say that's King, I didn't tell a king. Hey, when I was a little more, some more sense of was out. Give us a Sus Machila! What the no, non è ancora il tappeto. Semplicemente lo rappella, man. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay.
Yeah, shiduku saxa isibhaxu shaya amakoko.
The legend herself, yes.
Yeah, no sizoxoxa ngokuthi ugogo lapho ayikushayelana. Nje ake siqale mhlawumbe siqale eqaleni ukuthi nje uMax luqale kanjani uhambo lwakho njengomlingisi lwaqala nini?
Oh, kusekudala man. Yeah, I'm talking phela thina the old school and ngithetha ngento yabo back in the 90s already. Yeah, and I have vets and then I studied my dramatic art honors lapan. But I'd already started the drama wami. There was I'm writing my scripts and that and then theater kanjalo. And you're telling a profile now and then, but you know what's interesting khona manje? It's what has been happening. What you know. But why have I been away for some time?
Yes.
Yeah, and all that. But yeah, iqale khona apho. And then back in Mamelodi, where I was born, and then ndayenza ma theater khona lapho ne drama Vlakfontein Technical High. I went to the States as an exchange student nalapho ndathatha part, and then I think that's when I confirmed my decision to come back to South Africa. And then and just do this thing as a career. So I've never done anything else but just act, write, direct theater. Yeah, and calling a theater, and that's where foundation is at. And I'm very excited all the time when I get on the stage because I'm gonna take two. Like Lapa or something like that. But well, not Lapa, I'm going to take two. Lapa,
yeah, I'm going to take two. Yeah. I think there's a difference between television and theater. Yeah. And the engine thing apelege, mangabe an actor la theater. Umutu apega. At theater, everything is exaggerated.
Yes.
Like it's grand.
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, it's nice and nicely confined and it's in your face and everything. But it's nice to start Lapana stage because the grounding, fun a beautiful, powerful dancer. Mangaqala ngama ballet and all that, you know, the discipline yeah, and so when you transit from a theater to everything else, it's easier other than the other way around. Yeah. So I mean, I'm a theater. I'll sometimes do the theater and television practitioner.
Yeah, I used to go chaza kahle. Manje njengoba usho nawe and ikakhulukazi ngeexperience yakho nayo ukuthi kade wayiqeda lento and you are like creme de la creme, you know.
Well, if you say so.
Yeah, I say so. So uma ngabe kuba njani mhlawumbe ukusebenza nabalingisi abasesebancane like young actors, do you find it challenging or mhlawumbe it's something that you enjoy because maybe you get to educate, if I can call it that?
Yeah, I mean, I I'm a young soul, an ancient soul with a young spirit.
Yes.
So I like working in the young ones, and then you always learn something from them, and because we always also share. I'm that person with a great, spirit of generosity. I will give all the time and everything, even if it's not required. But working now, these young ones, it's always a challenge because today, the advent of social media and all of that, and they will be like everywhere. They know how to market themselves. They know how to really sell themselves. But what has sustained Tina has always been your raw talent and everything, the authenticity. I believe. But working with these young ones is always a delight, because a lot of them are talented. But bakona nalawa basanga other, skills that So it's always it is always man, a pleasure. And now now some of the youngsters I work with, they look forward to, okay, let's work with this legend. What does he have to say? But, coming from that discipline here, theater, we must always go through the scene and rehearse and all that. Sometimes, they know their scenes, they know their lines and everything. And I must rehearse it. We just rehearse once. Like a couple of times, and then also, we're not getting any younger, so you want to keep it fresh.
So I guess khulume ke manje mhlambe ngerole yakho lapha kwi-Skeem Saam.
Yes, ma'am.
Udlala i-role lapha indawo yokuba uMaruthi yi-blesser ngelanguage namhlanje elithanda izingane ezincane. Mhlawumbe I'm sure ugogo lapha befaka imvubu. Uya correct ugogo lapha. Bekunjani mhlawumbe ukudlala le role? Was it challenging for you, or mhlawumbe there's things that you learned from it, and binjani reception? Ukuthi uyabona uma uyi-actor eyuqweqwe tops uthi noma usuhambe emgwaqeni abantu bakuzonde ukubona that hey bafuna ukushaya ngempela because they really believe ukuthi wena leya character.
No, I can tell you ukuthi even if I'm away, say for a year or something, like it has been khona manje, the viewers and the fans bazokukhumbuza hey,
Rachel Kunut.
Yeah, and then in fact it's like they saw yesterday and saw khona manje, because there's a plan. I'm going back. I have never left it. So when you keep saying kunjani,
kunjani, yes. Manje vele usixoxela ubusa this whole year busahambeleni.
No, I was on a spiritual journey. I was on a spiritual journey, and then I'm still on it, but then I'm back, and I'm back to be back where I belong.
Oh, yes.
No. I'm looking forward to coming back, and then I'm coming back with a bang.
With a bang,
But I also want to do everything else now.
I'm
saying go on Netflix. Let's go international. Let's do everything. No, energy and everything. The passion is a core. More so that but go into your thing.
So So mhlawumbe yini into ongayisho kubabhali and abadidiyelo producer mhlawumbe be-Skeem Saam abenza isiqiniseko sokuthi le role kaMaruthi ihlezi i-complex and inezinto ezihlukahlukene egcina umbukeli ehlezi eglued kwi-screen efuna ukubona ukuthi hey ngabe kuzokwenzekani nokulandelayo.
I always tell them, and I have the privilege yokuthi now and then I can even pitch in some ideas and things, my storylines and that. When you have worked with people and then you are enjoying their respect, they can trust you.
Yes,
so like now when they see me, I'm saying I'm back. Right, let's come back. Let's maybe why not? Maybe bring Rachel back,
just
to give abantu out there to, there's still hope for, marriage. Because marriage is an institution, a challenge out there. And then, hopefully they are going to write something very, very meaty and everything. Because I want to return with that.
Kuzwakala ukuthi ubuyile. So ngiyazi ukuthi kena ubunama roles futhi lapha kwi-Rhythm City na kwi-The Throne njalo njalo. Yini nje ongathi so far mhlawumbe is the highlight of your career with these different characters maybe?
I must say ukuthi when I was a goalie for 15 years, I played a goody. And a goody you can only just play so long. After that, what can you do? So we were refreshing Kakul to go to Rhythm City and start playing a villain for a change. Somebody that I totally am not. And that established Max Papo now. Sort of like number roles that I got to get after that. Were very, very much I'm a villain like. I mean, now Maruthi is a bit of a villain, and And I enjoy that. I enjoy playing against. But I'd love to play some reverent one time. Somebody all good and everything for a change again. Go back to that, and I would never limit myself to characters as them, because then you start getting typecast and like to stretch, and range icon, and so even out there, you know, I want people to think about what they can do for me. And right, because we have had the privilege of being invited to some of these things, and then can somebody invite me?
Nice life problems.
So I look forward to doing some Netflix there. I've got a very good agent.
Okay. So ohambeni lwakho ngiyazi ukuthi alukho uhamba journey ngenawo ama challenges there and there. What would you say ama ups and downs have been throughout your journey?
I like that question because being opportunistic as well. Use this platform and say to abantu ngaphandle, you know, society is nigga that undue pressure. You know, of expectations, and some of us don't have the strength of personality and character to what, you know, to resist that. And then our people, my colleagues, find themselves doing all kinds of things that pressure. I mean, people have not seen me, for instance, and then I read on social media Umaroti himself, but his life has been rough and that. Why pick that up? Why not wonder where is he? You know, I'm not going to announce to the whole world and everything, and because their journey is also very powerfully sacred and private. And so, just for the record, no, I'm out there, and I'm not. And even if I was down, I wasn't out. I would never be out. My angels are very powerful to look after me. So, please, society, you are killing us when you give. Those are the challenges we see. But not your artists. Let's live up to the reality that we are in. Don't go and find yourself in debt and all kinds of things. And the next thing, we are permanently scandalized, and you can't handle the scandal.
And if I know depression.
Depression is so real, and it's such a taboo, and that's why is it still such a taboo? Because it is but a condition that a whole lot of people, even not just artists, are going through, but they are silent. It's a silent killer. So please, man, social media, nani, penny, news, I'm here. Thank you. You know, and I'm back, and I'm so strong, and I'm bad.
Yes,
I'm hungry.
You look strong,
and I am not angry
at all.
At all. So please, man, you know, I find that American society looks after its stars. They will protect them. Unlike Labeka, in fact, we just enjoy our downfalls and these people's downfalls. How many of our people are going to now have to be suicidal and in fact end up actually taking their lives? I'm not one of them. I'm not going to be one of them. But I could easily have been one of them. But thank God there is something called God and the powerful ancestors some of us have, and they've preserved me, they've looked after me. So I'm not bragging it, through my, my power, my strength, and my clever. Then I've survived. I could have been like others. And so that's a sad note. So what I'm saying, please, society, support your own stars. Otherwise, even government, support your stars, man.
Thank you so much, Max, for coming. What a nice conversation we had. I enjoyed it, and we are so glad to go to Buile. We wish you all the best. We cannot wait because what's coming, because you've explained. Listen, I am coming back, and I want to come back with a bang. So you will be glued to our screens to see what is next.
It will be very amiss of me. And English, man. So you're really. It would be amiss of me not to thank my ancestors and give you a praise poem, just to exit.
Yes, that would be so cool.
Oh, sure. Kinampuru muswaga mukopane kinna senatla sa bo madimetse. Senatla se kilino. Le no se khomole ija le fetse. Ke re ke rai la ga mukopane ke reila ke re tabe. Ke tsa nonyane ga itabecha mo le gore
Sibonge kakhulu umbukelo besixoxisana naye ke uMax Papa ongumlingisi osemkantshubomvu besilandisa nje ke ngohambo lwakhe kulomkhakha kuze kube ilomzuzu esikuwo njengamanje. Okwamanje ke mbukeli ake sibheke ke nje siqhwi sibone ukuthi kuhambani lapha esimoyeni sezulu.